welcome to a fresh episode of The Assignment Season 3. I'm Vikram Oza. This is the show where every week one of you gets a chance to live your dream job. And this is how it works. We put you in touch with a mentor, an icon, a celebrity who's really lived through the experiences and is willing to share them with you. This week on The Assignment, we're meeting Nirvikar Jain. Now, this is a man who's trawled the world of corporate strategy for the longest time.
Hi, my name is Nirvikar Jain. I am a career banker. Banking just happened, not that I don't enjoy it, but to a large extent, you keep out your emotions, you keep out your creativity, and you pretty much use your left brain to do most of the job. My earliest ambition was photographer. The whole world could be a canvas. On The Assignment, my dream job is to become a photographer. I think this is one profession which fulfills my aspiration of using both the creative side as well as my logical side.
From banking to photography, Nirvikar has quite a switch on his mind when it comes to his dream job, and he found the right kind of man to do the mentoring for him.
Hi, I'm Vikram Baba, and I'm a fashion photographer. I just jumped into photography without any training. No schools, no colleges, nothing to fall back on. I've been doing this for the last 15 years as a profession, and as a hobby, if you want to call it, 25 years. Learned along the way, and yeah, this is where I am.
Hi Vikram, nice to see you. Here's where I get to meet my namesake, and you get to meet Nirvikar.
Hi Nirvikar, welcome.
He's the man who's trying to be you.
Welcome to my exhibition. Let's see what you think about it.
Do you get this as photography, Nirvikar?
Not really. To me, this probably appears more like painting.
Yes.
I am more, I think, inclined towards nature and cityscapes.
This is the highest form of nature, Nirvikar.
Right.
There is no form better, bigger, more complicated than this. Come, let's see the other section of the exhibition. Come on.
Okay. In this episode of The Assignment, India's noted photographer Vikram Baba will put Nirvikar through the paces to see if he's got what it takes to be a successful photographer. Nirvikar, you've been looking at the exhibition, all the wonderful pieces of art you're seeing around us, and Vikram, you've planned something for him.
I've got tough assignments for him. I've spoken to Westin. I needed to go there, take a look at the place, shoot some pictures, so that when I come there with my celebrity, I don't waste time on setting up. From there, you will call up Kshitij, who's our stylist for the day.
Right.
Work out the thing, use your sensibilities. You need to do a good job because half the job is clothes, makeup.
You get the idea, right?
Since you're going to Westin, I want to take a test. Create a photo essay for me.
Vikram, what is this photo essay?
Every place has a personality. Every space, for that matter. Like I always say, 4 white walls, you can still get 36 pictures.
Yes.
So let's see how he takes it out, makes a story behind it, takes it to another level, and makes me want to go there again and again.
Right. So off you go on your first task in this assignment. Good luck.
Good luck. Best of luck to you.
Thank you. So as I entered the 18th floor of Westin Hotel, my first thought was, what an amazing view. I was wondering, whether there were going to be power plugs, where was the equipment going to be kept, etc. I like this location. It's got a great skyline and all these elements. I think we can definitely do something here. There were these private dining areas, which I thought were nicely enclosed areas. In addition, I was also to do an essay, a pictorial essay on the hotel. Ready for the next shot. First stop was just to take a long shot of the hotel building, the beautiful building with a lot of greenery in the foreground. Then I also went to the garden. They have a beautiful garden. I entered the swimming pool and I saw that it was a very nice and big swimming pool, and I was looking for a frame to capture the beauty. I started looking around, I realized the building was just too close to the swimming pool. There wasn't enough space for me to get all those elements in one frame, even from the farthest edge. In the end, I kind of chose the view which captured the swimming pool with the nice, beautiful sky, in the background, and some of the high-rise buildings of Mumbai. So that's the shot that I finally chose. I'm on my way to the Via Moda showroom to pick up some costumes for the model. Earlier in the day I met Vikram and he showed me some references, a lot of apprehensions about that. I've never done this thing in my life. Shopping is not really shopping for outfits, is not my cup of tea.
Hi, I'm Kshitij Chaudhary and I am the celebrity stylist. Nirvikar is going to come up and pick up the clothes for our celebrity. I'm going to confuse him, I'm going to play with him, and let's see what he does.
Hi. The celebrity model stylist Kshitij was there to help me, and I thought for a minute, oh, thank God, there's someone who's going to help me make this task a little bit easy.
So, I wanted to tell you one thing about references.
Yes.
References are there to set the mood. You will not get anything exactly same, or maybe something close to that also. But I think it's your job as a photographer to visualize things.
So what all did you notice in the references? Very bright colors, silvers and golds and pinks and magentas.
So think about accessories also when you're picking up the clothes.
Limited choice here, as you said.
Limitations make you creative,
Right.
trust me.
So what's the size that one should take? I quite frankly have no sense of sizes in terms of...
Models are small. Yeah, very cool.
Sure.
We have exactly 1 more minute.
After a few hiccups, Nirvikar has managed to pick out a few costumes. But will the celebrity stylist be happy? Find out when we return.
I think even this wouldn't work because this dress has no shape.
Nirvikar Jain is on the assignment to see if he has what it takes to be a professional photographer. Taking him through this journey is ace photographer Vikram Bava. For his first task, Nirvikar had to recce and do a pictorial essay on the Westin hotel. But his nightmare was coming true when he had to pick up a costume for the model. He has finally managed to pick out a few options. But will the stylist approve them?
So these are the clothes you have picked
Yes.
up. This one,
Yes.
which is a good choice.
Right.
This, you need something inside, you need something down.
Yeah.
So this is incomplete for me. It may look nice in real, but in pictures, this will make it look bulky. So this is out. I think even this wouldn't work because this dress has no shape. So whatever fits the body and hugs the body looks the best. Nice meeting you and all the very best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Nirvikar, I think he took those references in literal senses and he was actually looking for exactly same dresses. Well, I think he has a scope of improvement and he can improve.
See, what happens is,
there he is.
there he is, Nirvikar. So you have the pictures.
Yes.
Where's the entrance from?
The entrance is from this side.
Okay.
So you walk in and it's a big rectangular hall with glass doors on 2 sides. This is a small lounge bar next to it. Because I thought that was a very naked, clean space with a lot of marble and metal and wood. This was a little bit more interesting, colors and some diffused light. This has no light source, so
It's too complicated, there are too many things over here. I'm not shooting the place, Nirvikar, I have to shoot a celebrity. This is the skyline, this is the view outside.
it's got a beautiful skyline. One side faces western suburb and one side actually faces the sea in the distance.
Mr. Nirvikar, when you go for a recce, you're supposed to take a 360-degree shot, so that I get a sense of space of what is all around me and what I want to choose. not nooks and crannies. This I like, so I'm taking a photo.
So in this assignment, the other part was to do a photo essay of Westin Hotel. We've taken a look at the pictures. What's your take?
I think I want to go to the building behind Westin.
You say that because?
The thing is, he's done a great job of trying to capture the outside, the ambience of Westin. But having said that, he's also trying to show what's around Westin. I don't want to see what's around Westin. I want to go there and I want to feel like I'm in some outdoor location, I'm in a garden, I'm enjoying the space, and I don't see the city. All your pictures have been, divided into half. I don't know if you know of the rule of thirds, if you want to call it.
What is the rule of thirds?
It's a very, common thing that when I walk into a room, there will always be one spot where I look at first.
Right.
It's a very boring shot of a swimming pool because you could have just gone a little ahead, take a camera a little down. I know there's a sky over there, but the sky is not beautiful. So just show me the tree line and the water. He's tried some angles, but he's not walked around the space enough to feel it first, then shoot it.
Nirvika? Now, I'm not going on the defensive. I take it, I think these are again valuable learning, but quite frankly, the time was also playing on my mind. There was a shooting team behind me and...
Okay, just a break over here. Before you press the shutter, it should be here. Otherwise, it's no point. Otherwise, you're just anybody who's got a camera and going tuck, 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 tuck. 10 pictures. This looks nice. Okay, delete the others. It doesn't work like that.
Sure.
Every picture is your best picture.
Sure.
The third part of the task that was assigned to you was being able to coordinate with the stylist. So how have we done on that front?
Before reaching the showroom, that it was a simple task. But I think once I went there, I realized these are all very simple day-to-day wear and nothing really standing out. The stylist Chitij, of course, was there to help me and guide me.
Chitij called up and he was really upset. He was like, Nirvika doesn't seem to understand anything, no sense of style as such.
If you don't understand fashion the way Nirvika hasn't, what would be the best process to follow?
See, Nirvika, the thing about fashion is you learn about it. Even when you were going to this, even though I gave you some references, I think you should have either mentally or gone on the internet, on the phone or whatever, and gone through a lot of reference pictures just to see how garments are shot, what they look like in pictures.
So that's task 1 for you of this assignment. How do you rate him, Vikram, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest?
I'd say between 3, 3.5, 4.
Alright, so this is a start, and tomorrow what we're looking at is the shoot itself.
Yes, you need to go to my lighting guys, work with them and get it organized because you need to be on set really early tomorrow morning.
Sure.
So best of luck.
Wow, that's a lot of equipment. I was all confused what to do with it. But thankfully, Vikram came in, he decided to come in a bit early because the recce did not go very well the previous day.
Vikram was unsatisfied with the recce done by Nirvikar. He arrived early on the set and gave Nirvikar some valuable tips on how and why he chooses the final spots for the shoot. So you've zeroed in on 2 locations. One location for an assignment that will follow later, but the first location is for the assignment that you're going to give now.
The first task I'm going to give you is to shoot a wonderful dish created by executive chef Ajay Chopra. I want the second one lit also and kept ready for me.
Any tips that you'd like to give him, Vikram?
Lighting is the key.
Right.
If your lighting is right, you can highlight the food well. That's what's going to work. Just concentrate on the lighting.
Sure.
These are all remote release, right? There's no wire.
They're all remote.
इसमें क्या है समझ ली? बूटी डिश है, बूटी डिश है।
ये किसलिए?
बूटी डिश मीन्स बूटी एक बूटी डिश होता है, उसका ये।
I didn't even know, what each of those lights was called, and he was giving me all those names: beauty lights, umbrellas, and all such names. Now it was time for me to set up the location with these assistants' help.
लाइट टूटना
Everyone was telling me, oh no, it will break, please handle it here. And I was, what is this? People giving me orders. I'm not so used to taking orders. I had to just kind of work with them. We'd already taken so much time, and I was under a lot of pressure to make sure that everything was set up. Well, the dish looks really exciting. The dressing is really nice. I think the challenge is really to capture it in a way that, the deliciousness of the dish comes out. Vikram walked in and I could see he was livid because I was taking so much time in completing the shot. He helped me, just set the problem right by using a couple of thermocol reflectors which kind of filled in light in places where there was no light.
Take the shot. Yeah, good enough, sir. The reason I walked in is whenever you are at a set,
Yes.
there's a time limit. We are here from 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock.
Right.
3 o'clock is when we start packing up.
Right.
If you're going to take 4 hours to do one shot, I'll never finish my other shot. So I don't know what I'm going to do, pass or fail on this task.
The immediate task at hand was to make the food look sumptuous.
Yes.
Has he come anywhere close?
I mean, I had to walk in because, we can't be sitting in a space the whole day. What he got right was the placing of the lighting, which is the highlight and which is the fill light. Yes, but to balance it out is what he was totally lost at. In terms of getting the reading, that also he played around and he got it. So I think, we'll give it to you that you tried a lot, maybe like 120%.
How does he fare in this last task?
I'm going to give you like 4.5 this time.
So task 2 done in this assignment. What's task 3?
It's a secret, isn't it?
It hasn't been a smooth ride for Nirvikar so far, but will the surprise change his fortunes? On this episode of Assignment, Vikram is testing Nirvikar to see if he has the passion, the skills, the commitment required to fill his shoes. Nirvikar has pulled through his first 2 tasks, but the final task is a surprise. So will it be a pleasant one? Let's find out.
Task 3 that I gave Nirvikar was to assist me, take care of the lighting, take care of everything around me, do the readings properly so that my shoot comes out good. Only if he passes that, I think he has what it takes to understand and move forward in this line. Hi Nirvikar. That's Mudda Godse, the actress. Hi. Who will be shooting today?
So that was
a surprise?
surprise.
You better do a good job, huh?
Oh, I'll keep my best.
He gonna shoot it?
Well, he could shoot if you want him to.
I do hope you allow me.
Let's see, if you assist me well, maybe we'll let you shoot one photo.
Sure.
Okay?
That'll really be a great takeaway from my dream job.
Come, let's go. Let's start. Yeah, lights on, go guys. Come on.
All along the assignment, I was never told who the celebrity was going to be.
थोड़ा light को left पे ले लेना, हल्का सा.
Mumbai came across as a very nice, warm and approachable person, but yes, very gorgeous, very beautiful. So while it was exciting, all of a sudden, my nervousness quotient probably just went up.
Give him a meter. Meter कहाँ है सांबा?
Meter आपको light 16.1. Quite frankly, I never held a light meter in my hand in my life. While I was doing the job and giving him all the reading, the feeling going through in my mind was, am I doing it right? Am I giving him the right reading?
Space. 8.4. Sit down, go to Thamukala. Go again. Go again. Yeah, sit down. Yeah, want some light on your face. थोड़ा नीचे. Yeah.
Vikram also asked me to make sure that Bugla's hair was in order and it wasn't falling on her face.
If anything is out of place, you come and tell me in my ear.
But quite frankly, I was probably just looking at Mugda, I was just overawed by the experience, and I had forgotten all about what I was supposed to do. As the photo shoot was ending, I approached Mugdha and Vikram with a request that if I could click one shot of Mugdha. Can I click one? My picture? One of me, Mugdha, one, both of you.
Now do the settings that you took the reading for, and now let's see.
And here I was with Vikram's camera in my hand, shooting Mugdha Godse herself. And this was really my 1 minute of fame, my 1 minute of glory, and I was feeling like a king.
Okay?
Yeah.
Ready?
Ready?
खिड़की ज्यादा ले लिया.
Really nice meeting you. Task 3 of the assignment done, and this was your tryst with glamour. Nirvikar, how was it?
Oh, it was pretty exciting. I just lost it in terms of, getting overawed by the moment rather than focusing on the task. And then, that's something that's coming out of all the tasks that I've done, that, you want to do something, you get lost in your own reverie. So just like perhaps in most situations, even business situations, you need to keep your objectives at the back of your mind. The minute you lose focus of your objectives and you go on your own, that's when you make most mistakes.
Yes. That's the key takeaway. Vikram, as far as his job in the third task is concerned, how would you rate him?
Well, I had given to him that he set up the lighting. Even though I did guide him, he got lost in the moment, he couldn't capture the moment. But I'd still say hats off to him in terms of the effort, the dedication, and he didn't flinch even once when I said go down on the floor, hold the thermocol, do this, do that. The commitment is really there, which is really important in this job. You have to be committed to do this on a day in, day out basis, because it's not a daily paying job. It's not like you go to work, you get a paycheck. Your last job has to be your best job, because every job of yours defines what you get next. Every location you will walk in has a time limit. Time is of the essence. You need to know your equipment, you need to know what you're doing, you need to know who you're shooting. Everything has to be in your head before you walk in.
So what's the topmost question in your mind now?
It's very surprising. It will not be a very out-of-the-box question. You still come down to, basic things like, this is still a developing field in India. Where can you reach, commercially? So those are again survival instincts, survival questions that come at the back of your mind, especially after having a relatively long career in the corporate world.
Like I said, again, you're only as good as your last job, and that last job will define what you get as your next job and the next job, and how you take your own salary, if you want to call it, or your assignment fees, and keep going higher. It's a hard job. It's like he has to be committed till he reaches a level where he knows he can charge an X amount, until he knows he can command it, not demand it, and then you start getting the work you like, and things come your way. So it takes a little time, but once you're ready for it, I know of photographers, in everywhere from India to New York, who have 5-story buildings to themselves for their own work, for their own studios. So it's not like it's small money. You can make $1 million, a few $1 million if you want to call it,
right,
if you're good at it.
Given me a very real life feeling of what goes into it, and does give me a lot of food for thought in terms of whether I want to take this up as something on a more long-term basis or as a full-time basis.
People who love something but they've never had the chance to get into it, and to actually try and live their dream for even a day, hats off to the show to make this happen for them.